I'm Dr. Sandeep Patel, founder and CEO at Docthub, and let us start our topic. Today, we are going to discuss translational research approach in drug development. You all are B.Pharm students, so today's discussion, I will be more focused on different concept and approach in drug development, and what is translational research approach and what are other research approaches, things, what could be the thought process. As a student, you should know about it. Of course, later on, whatever things you want to more explore, you can definitely go into the detail in future whenever you want to explore that subject in detail, right? So let us know that what is drug development process. There are 6 steps in any pharmaceutical company. What currently they follow is they first look for the drug discovery. And what is that? Basically a medicine which is means molecule plus information. We know that. Second step is preclinical research, which are the basic research. And then third stage is clinical trials. After a clinical trials, they apply for the FDA approvals, which is Food and Drug Administration. In India, it is Food and Drug Control Administration, FDCA department, where the drug regulatory documents and things you need to apply. And then once you get an approval for the manufacturing of that drug, the pharmaceutical company manufacture that drug. And last stage is after manufacturing, they do a post-marketed drug trials along with the clinics and doctors and hospitals. So these are the basic current process which is going on. Now, what are the success criteria for drug discovery? So there are 5 criteria usually we need to look upon for any drug discovery: right target, right tissue, right safety, right patients, and right commercial. If you have done all these 4 aspect and the commercial aspect we missed, then again, practically in pharmaceutical company, it is very much difficult, because if your solution is not affordable, again, it is a big problem for the pharmaceutical company. Now, in this process, let us understand preclinical research. What are our thought process and what things we need to look upon? So it's a basic thing. What is in a preclinical research things, our mindset is what effect does a drug have on cells? You are getting answers for these questions. So I have mentioned 4 questions to understand this concept of preclinical research. What is your thought process in this particular process? Second is, what does this gene do? I mean, if your solution and your things, drugs based on the gene therapy and the genetic sciences, you are trying to find the answer for this particular question. And what causes cells to become cancerous? So if you are preparing any anti-cancerous drugs, you are trying to find this answer. And if you are working on antiviral drug, then how does a virus get into a cell? So these are 4 example, 4 questions where in a preclinical research, there are such questions where you are working on it. You are testing. Basically, it's an experiment. So your thought process is how it works. So in this phase, you have not yet come to any final drug, and so you are basically experimenting different molecules and trying to get the effects on different cells, different viruses, or etc. What is your subject is clinical research. So once you get a solution in preclinical research that yes, this molecule and experiment is going on, it is working, then you go for a clinical research, which is basically you got a new drug now and you are testing it on humans and patients, and where you are trying to find answers on does a drug increase a survival rate, does this thing cause a disease or not, I mean any complications or that or not, does an intervention prevent a disease, and does a screening test save a lives? These are 4 questions which I put as an example to explain you the approach. In the clinical research, you are trying to identify such kind of questions. So your thought process is, does it work? Because in this phase, you already have a drug or a solution. So you are testing on a human, or whether it is healthy humans as well as patients. Now let's come to the translational research. What does it mean? It's an approach of research that seeks to produce meaningful and applicable results that directly benefits to the humans. It's a multidisciplinary team approach. Means if you are working on a cancer drug, so you will be not only the researcher or scientist working on that particular drug. There will be a medical oncologist, there may be hematologist, there may be a cancer specialist, surgeon, or a radiation oncologist. You will be working on with such kind of team and trying to identify a solution for one particular problem. Here we are doing to accelerate transformation of academic discovery into FDA approved drug and treatment. So our approach is involvement of researchers along with community practitioners like doctors and other healthcare professionals, and policymakers. Policymakers means government departments and ministry, where the health, who are managing that health particular in a particular state or at a country level. So the core object is to find a solution for human problems. So earlier we have seen clinical research stage where you already decided there is one particular molecule you want to test on multiple patients and humans. Here you have not identified any molecule. You are identifying a particular problem. Problem may be a particular viral disease. Problem may be an existing treatment where particular drug has shown some complications, and for that you need to find another solutions. That could be your problem. So you are working on a problem, not on a drug. So that's the basic difference between clinical research and translational research. So your thought process is how to fix that, how to fix that problem, how to fix that complication, how to fix that side effects, etc. That's your mindset during this translational research. Again, if we simplify it, translational research it is an approach for bench to bedside, means from your laboratory or your bench of your research bench to the bedside, means it should be helpful to the patient. Another approach, we can say it laboratory to clinic. Your research should not be stick to only laboratory. It should bring to the clinic so that you can get and you can tested it along with the clinicians. It is a science to medicine, means don't stick to particular scientific processes and hypotheses. You are also making sure that it is practically helpful for the benefit of the community largely. So science to medicine approach and knowledge to action. In this approach, we are not only looking after hypotheses and knowledge and research only. You are also ensuring a particular action on a larger public health benefit. Another things is understanding to intervention. These are few things I have mentioned it to make it more simplify. You can understand translational research approach. Now, in this translational research approach, there are 4 levels is there. In T1 level, you are developing, it is from concept to human studies. So concept is you are finding a solution for particular problem, and from then human studies and trials you are working on. T2 is studies to guidelines, so which are based on large sample size. T3 is once you have based on large sample size, you got a guideline. So you will spread it to the practice. So you are identifying there are cost, comparing the cost and treatment options. And in T4 level, practice to true benefit, means on a public health larger aspect you are working on, so that that treatment option can be benefit to the larger community, and in that you are working with the public policy makers, and after that you can create a value for to human health. So that's the complete translational research approach. Now, in that particular things, as a student, you can do such kind of certificate courses, like in certificate course in clinical research, certificate course in drug regulatory affairs, diploma in clinical trial management course, certificate course in pharmacovigilance. These are courses after BPharm you can do it. And another is certificate course in clinical data management. These are few examples. You can more explore on Docthub courses. Simply search, filter, and apply to multiple organizations which are offering such courses. At the end of such course, for you as a student, you should know there are certain job profiles you can get it in the industry. Research associate, trial master, file specialist, clinical data associate, analytical chemist, executive formulation, manufacturing or development, assistant scientist in formulation R&D, and there are clinical research manager also on higher position if you go and if you want to look for. More jobs vacancies you can search on Docthub jobs. There are 33,000 plus healthcare job vacancies available on our portal. And thank you all. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Any questions? We can still have few minutes to identify. I hope that these are basic things because in half an hour or so, I have tried to explain some concept to clear it more.
Sir, one student is asking, what is the role of analytical chemist?
Okay, analytical chemist is working in a pharmaceutical laboratory. They are analysis on different molecules and chemical which are going to be as a part of drug discovery. See, we have seen that drug development process, right? In that process, during your discovery, you are working on different molecules and chemical to on an experiment basis, and once you throw some positive on particular processes and the molecule, further you do many experiments, chemical experiments for further analysis to ensure that this particular molecule, their substance and their formation is right or not. I mean, so that's the part of the analytical chemist. Clinical data management is nowadays we are seeing more vacancies there in different clinical research organization, clinical trial companies who are conducting clinical trials and all. So after BPharm, if you have done such certificate courses is enough. There are such certificate courses are 6 months of courses. And on that basis, you can start basic level clinical trial associate, clinical trial assistant, such kind of job positions. Any job related question or any course related question you can ask. Can working in pharmacy retail shop help in industry? Of course, as a registered pharmacist, you are helping in managing the pharmacy retail and distribution. It's a complete sector differently in a healthcare. So it helps you, and we believe city to city there are different salary criteria is there, but you can expect 15 to 20,000 would be the starting salary range can be there. If a small town is there, then it's around 14 to 15,000, but the big city, tier 2, tier 3 cities, there are 15, 17, 20,000 is starting salary. Okay, there are question is what are the scopes in vigilance? In pharmacovigilance, you are working in this drug regulatory department as well as the clinical trial departments. Every pharmaceuticals company has such departments, and also there are CRO, clinical research organization, who need such kind of professionals. So pharmacovigilance is also a good opportunity. If you have not done MPharm, of course you can go for diploma and certificate courses in that. Okay, sir, BPharm is enough, or we need to do MPharm? See, after BPharm, you can do certificate courses and diploma courses, which I have mentioned during the presentation. On that basis, also, of course, you can get the job. Yes, BPharm is, I would say, BPharm is not mandatory. If you have done, you have a good experience and good knowledge. Of course, that credentials is very much helpful in the industry. But it doesn't mean कि आपने BPharm, you have done BPharm, and after that you have done certificate courses. There are companies, CROs, they are hiring post BPharm certificate course holders also. So there is no any such requirement of MPharm. After BPharm, there are MBA in pharmaceutical management also, which you can pursue. How many jobs after BPharm? Okay. Yes, there are, I have mentioned few job roles in my presentation. Other than that, there are, as one of the attendee has asked about retail pharmacy. So there are pharmacists, we know, um, pharmaceutical management, executive, senior executive, associate, assistant, this such kind of roles are there in a sales and marketing part. You can also do the pharma product management part after the pharmaceutical management. There are clinical pharmacy also is there. After BPharm, you can do diploma or certificate course in that field. There are quality assurance and quality control. Both are different in pharma quality assurance and pharma quality control. In both the field, you will find diploma and certificate courses. Why I'm keep on asking on diploma courses and certificate courses, because in such certificate courses are 3 to 6 months of duration, but it gives you that subject knowledge, and it will help you to in a job interviews in any particular role. If you are, suppose if you are applying for a clinical trial assistant or junior executive position, so if you have done some certificate courses, and nowadays there are online certificate courses also available on Docthub courses, our platform, there you can you will get a basic idea about clinical trials and all, which will help you to crack the interviews. And also, of course, recruiters are looking for such person who have some kind of training, have done in that particular subject. So there are drug regulatory affair courses also there, okay, which is more scopeful for research field, certificate, diploma, or master. I would suggest master would be the first preference. There are master courses, MSc in clinical research also courses available. Second preference should be on diploma course, which it is better if it is 1 or 2 year of course. And if you could not be manage master or diploma course, then certificate courses will also help you to get starting a job in different roles. Again, it is according to the job role. There are pharmaceutical companies who are hiring BPharm plus certificate courses. Many pharmaceutical companies and CROs, they are hiring such individuals in as a clinical research assistant and associate positions. MSc or master degrees are helpful where you are, there are hardcore technical jobs in research laboratory and all, where along with the scientist, you are, if you are applying for junior scientist or associate scientist or assistant scientist in pharma research and laboratory, so where you need master degree. It is better. So in a pharmacovigilance, the certificate courses are there are online courses also available. There are 3 to 6 months of courses available. In diploma courses, the duration would be 1 to 2 years in any diploma, but mostly 1 year or so. There are institutes and academies who are also offering advanced diploma course of 1 year. So that also good option. And of course, yes, the master courses are of 2 years. Most of the courses will be vary 6 months to 1 year. How we can set up startup after B Farm? Is it good or to proceed for M Farm? See, for startup, there is no any such criteria that you must go for M Farm and all. After B Farm or after any graduation, you can pursue a startup. More important in startup is what is your idea and how will you successfully execute it. That will be the most important aspect you need to focus on. On which idea or which product you want to work upon. If you are planning something in pharmaceutical industry only, if you have done B Farm, so any such kind of licensing things will be required. It is better that you have a B Farm degree and you have a license. So in a retail and distribution part, you need a license for selling drugs and pharmaceutical products. So B Farm is enough, I would say, not more things required. But yes, if your startup idea is based on some clinical research and high-end things, science-based technology required, then M.Pharm or any such master degree which gives you that particular field more in deep would be better. Otherwise, no master degree required for startup. Experience is more important than master degree in startup. Right? I think we can conclude this webinar. Thank you very much, Rungta College of Pharmacy, for giving us such a great opportunity to present our ideas. And I hope you guys all check Docthub jobs and courses for your healthcare career options. Whenever you feel your further course opportunity, you can search. And of course, for the job vacancies, you can search and apply to multiple organizations. Okay, guys.
Okay, thank you so for your wonderful session. Hope this helps the students to get better future.
Okay, thank you.